So you heard Airbnb is legal in Vegas and you want to get in on it. I don't blame you. Do you blame them?
No.
I'm here with my best friend, Trace Askew. We are going to talk to you today about the loophole when it comes to Airbnb in Vegas and how we can help you kind of worm your way around it and avoid all the bullshit, right? Here's the thing you need to know before we move forward, before we say another word. We sell homes for a living. I'm gonna say it out loud again. We sell homes for a living. The bottom line is a lot of people have watched our past Airbnb videos and they think that we're like a property management company or that we're people who are gonna manage your Airbnb for you. And until we start that business line, we are not doing that. That is not what we do. We help you invest in Las Vegas so that you can then turn it into hopefully a profitable Airbnb business, right? All right, so before we move on, let's talk about what the hell people really think Airbnb means and what it actually is.
Okay, so when people think of Airbnb, obviously Airbnb is a platform, right? It's very similar to VRBO.
Right.
It's a short-term rental platform. Now, what a short-term rental actually is and what that means here in Las Vegas is that it's 30 days or less. The rental period is 30 days or less. So if you are wanting to rent out your property for 30 days or less, now you are in the world of short-term rentals.
Right, so a lot of people when they say, I want to Airbnb my home in Las Vegas, I want to Airbnb, they usually think less than 30 days, right?
Yeah.
2-3 days at a time.
Couple days at a time.
Which is awesome. So we wanted to just make sure we're clarifying what we're talking about because when we say the loophole to doing Airbnb in Vegas, that's typically what people are thinking.
Yes, yes. So if you are interested in doing Airbnb, meaning short-term rental, less than 30 days for your home, these are a few of the high points of the rules that you have to abide by in order to qualify for that license. The number one thing is that you have to own the home.
These rules, by the way, are just brand new. We're still figuring them out and they're just being rolled out so that people can decide if they want to apply. The biggest one I think that's kind of a surprise to me is that not only do you need to own the home, you have to occupy the home, including during the rental period. So like you can't take 2 weeks off and rent your house out during that time. You are by law required to stay in the home while the people are renting the home, only to leave to go to work and to maybe go to the store.
It has to be your primary residence. And as Lacey said, you have to stay there through the entire rental period.
Yeah.
The other one is that this home cannot be located within an HOA, which the vast majority of homes here in the Las Vegas Valley are in.
It's like 85% or something.
And that's not the city's rule, but that is the rules of the HOA. So if by some miracle your HOA does allow short-term rentals, it has to be expressly stated in the HOA documents.
The craziest one too that I thought was nuts is cannot be more than 3 bedrooms. So I don't know why they would put that rule in place, but this really kills it for people that thought they were gonna come in and buy some big old mansion and then like rent out half the mansion and just live in the master bedroom. You know, that really kind of kills it for those guys.
And the biggest rule, and probably the worst one,
Definitely
honestly.
the worst, definitely the worst.
Even if you meet all the requirements and your home looks like it's perfect, you've gone through all the checklists, you're ready to apply, the fact is, even when you apply and you meet all the requirements, you're gonna be given a randomly generated number and the city is going to be selecting which applicants are gonna receive these licenses through a random lottery.
That's BS, first of all. That's total BS. These are not even all the rules. These are just kind of the high points that we wanna make sure you're aware of. That's for if you're looking to do short-term rentals under 30 days. Now, I know you didn't click on this video for all the Airbnb rules, and I know you didn't click on this video because you were trying to figure out why you shouldn't do Airbnb. You wanna know what the loophole is, right?
Yep.
So let's talk about the loophole, Trace.
So as we mentioned, short-term rentals, 30 days or less. Now, like we said, that's what people think of when they think of Airbnb. But the fact is, Airbnb is just a platform. You can do Airbnb.
Or VRBO, or whatever, couch surfing, or whatever the heck it's called.
You can do any of these platforms, rent your home out for 31 days or more. And now, you're not a short-term rental business person anymore. Boom. You are now just a regular landlord, right?
Look at that loophole. Look at that loophole. Check out the loophole. Seriously though, it's so exciting. It's an exciting thing that people don't even think about a lot of times.
Because now you don't have, none of those rules that we just talked about, they don't apply to you anymore. So again, you have to check with your HOA and your master plan and all those things to make sure that rentals of any kind are allowed. But as long as they are, as far as the city's concerned, you are now just a regular landlord who is renting out your property, and you can still put it on Airbnb and just specify that the rental period has to be 31 days or more.
I love a good loophole, first of all. That's a good loophole, but I don't want to just give you a loophole and leave you hanging. Let's talk about some of the ideas of how you could rent it out from a 31 days or more perspective and still exercise the Airbnb and be able to like really make a lot of money on this freaking house that you own.
So there's lots of people, believe it or not, because when I have these conversations with people, they're like, well, who wants to rent a house out for 31 days at a time? Lots of people do, to be honest with you.
We get calls from them all the time.
Yes.
Do you know anybody that's just looking to rent something for 20 days, 30
Yes.
days, 40 days, whatever?
A lot of those people are travel nurses or travel, just medical professionals in general. There's a lot of that here because we have a big need when it comes to the medical field.
We have a lot of people too that travel here who are on business, right? They're here for a month because they've got tons of business meetings. They're setting up a convention. When I used to set up conventions, I was staying in different cities around the world for 3-4 weeks at a time sometimes. So there's a lot of people that actually travel here and stay and don't want to live out of a hotel. They want a more, home life experience.
And a lot of times, to be honest with you, it can still be more cost effective for them, even though you're still going to be making a good amount of money. It's cheaper than doing a hotel.
Yeah, think about those resort fees that we all hate so much,
true.
right? And parking fees, forget it, right?
Yeah, people want a kitchen, they want laundry, things like that.
Absolutely. Another one is people who actually, we have our clients, tons of times, our clients are working with us to build a home from scratch with some of the builders in town. By the way, I just want to mention again, we sell homes. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I'm going to revise that and make sure that we, rewind that and say it again. What, Trace? We sell homes. Okay. So if you want to buy a home in Vegas, we want to help you. But a lot of our clients definitely will reach out to us and say, what do we do? Is there a short-term place? Airbnb is now illegal. It's legal. It's not. Nobody knows what's up from down. And so a lot of people get nervous about renting the illegal Airbnbs that are all over the place because they never know when they can be shut down. And they are looking for something like this too. So you really have an opportunity to take advantage of these types of people and more. Types of people who are waiting for their home to be finished, who are in transition from one city to the next, haven't figured out what they're going to do in Vegas yet, travel nurses, business people, you name it, there's a ton of opportunity here. So not only is this loophole amazing, and a lot of people are really missing it, they're forgetting about the fact that Airbnb doesn't always mean less than 30 days. Airbnb doesn't mean just a quick weekend away. Airbnb could be a temporary home for some people at the end of the day. And we want to see you take advantage of that loophole, that big, beautiful loophole, and make yourself some money. What do you think?
Yes, it's a great idea, honestly. And, I tell people all the time, because to be honest, most people are wanting to get into Airbnb because your return on investment is huge, right?
Yeah.
This is
as long as you don't get fined. As long as you don't get fined.
If you do it legally, your return on investment is huge. But this is still a great way to make money. What you can charge is more than what you would charge for, a 6-month or a year lease. You're also charging more because the place is furnished and you're providing certain amenities. So it's a great way for you to still have an investment property that can be highly profitable. And we would love to talk to you and go over details on how we can help you make it happen.
Absolutely. The other thing too I want to help you think about is if you don't own a home in Vegas already, of course we want to be the ones that help you do that. But when you're looking at buying a home, you can look at things a little bit differently. It doesn't have to be the entire home. It could be rooms in your home. So that could be individual different Airbnbs inside your home that are all 30 days and more, 31 days and more, right?
Yep.
Or a casita, right? Or something like that. So I just want to make sure that you're thinking about this, breaking up the house, making it one thing, making it multiple things, giving yourself an opportunity to not get discouraged by the fact that Airbnb is really kind of crappy for anything 30 days and less. And we want to help you think through all of those scenarios. So like Trace said, like I said, we freaking sell homes for a living, okay? So buy a house from us, let us help you invest your money in Vegas, and then we can help you market and understand how things are going to make sure that Airbnb is squeezing that lemon for all you can get out of it, all right? So what are you gonna do next? What are they gonna do, Trace?
You are gonna go find the link in the description box below and you're gonna get in touch. If you fill out that link, we can set up a call. You can talk to me personally.
This chick right here.
And we can go over it and really strategize and come up with the best game plan that's gonna really be the best fit for you.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of our clients take advantage of our sound advice. We're looking at it differently than almost any other agent in town. We're trying to bring you the goods, the loopholes, and all the information that you need. So if this video was helpful, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe while you're down there. Click the link in the description. Even if you're just tinkering with the idea, we want to talk to you. Otherwise, we're gonna go find another Airbnb property that's 31 days or more, and we'll see you next time. Bye.